this intrigues me a lot.
Yeah.
I'm excited about what we're about to do.
I think a lot of people are going to feel that way. Many of you have been following producer Courtney's quest, or maybe it's more our quest to get producer Courtney to cry. And we've tried all kinds of different methods to make it so, but nothing's worked. And then we heard about something called past life regression, meaning maybe something had happened to producer Courtney in a past life that has prevented her from being able to show emotion in this life.
That's right. Happy tears, sad tears, painful tears, any kind of tears. And like hilarious, you're laughing your butt off and still no tears coming through your eye sockets.
It doesn't make sense.
It's strange to me.
So what we've done is reach out to a regression therapist. We actually have a regression therapist in Ottawa. Her name is Monica Dumont. Hello, Monica.
Hello, everyone.
Listen, first of all, explain to people what it is that you do. What exactly is a past life regression therapist?
Okay, well, we do this through hypnosis, and I have a background in hypnosis and regression therapy, but also in neuro-linguistics programming. So what we do is you come into my studio, and I begin to relax you and then put you into hypnosis, and then we begin the work from there. The aim of a regression is to get a person to go through what we call the veils of reality and into a past life that might be affecting you. So we get to see and experience, but also there's a lot of emotion that comes with those type of sessions. It can be very profound, very intense as well. So I am very confident that Courtney is a successful candidate for this.
Oh, that's very, very good. I was just wondering,
That's great.
is everybody able to be put under hypnosis?
You know what? I've had one person in my many years of experience who wasn't able to do it, but there are other ways in which we can work around, and this is where the neurolinguistics part of the training comes into action, we could say, where you use different techniques to get the person to still go within and access whatever it is that we need to access to help them not just understand parts of themselves, but what might be going on inside of them in relation to their past or past life. We go to the Akashic records as well. That, if you're wondering what that is, that's actually the universal library where we can gather any kinds of information for ourselves to help us. So yes, in a regression, we get to see even people that we know in this lifetime. They might not look the same, of course, or be the same gender or be called the same, but we get to meet them and understand, oh, so that's my connection with that person, or that's why my relationship is like that with that person. So it can be very intense, like I said. So every time that you do one of those, I always tell people, you come, we spend about 2.5 hours to 3 hours together doing that work, but you need to take the rest of the day off because it can be pretty intense.
You have to take the rest of the day off.
Yes,
wow.
to settle.
Monica, how far back? Like, is it typically you find out what you possibly were or who you were in a past life, like your last past life? Or do you typically is it different for everybody where it's like, okay, back in the 1600s, this is what happened? Or is it like, back in, 1940, Courtney, you were a gangster's wife or something like that? Like, how far back do you go with some people?
You can go as far as, so it depends on what the person is coming for, right? So let's say the person is coming because they can't find love, like romantic love. They would come in and it would be directed to send that person into the life that originates that injury from. So the person would go into that life, and we wouldn't know when we're asking for that.
Okay.
If the person would go right away to the previous life or, let's say, 5,000 years ago or something like that, right? So it just depends. And some people can actually do more than one lifetime within the same session. It just depends on what they're coming to see and explore about themselves, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Monica, I got to ask, you must have a lot of skeptics.
I have a few that people come in they come and just test, but it always works out,
Excellent.
And you do the audio and video recording, so people have like a record of this as well too. Yes.
Correct, an audio recording. Yes. So
Yeah.
I send that to them once we're done.
Oh, that is incredible.
All right, Monica,
Okay.
you've agreed to take producer Courtney and do a session with her.
Yes. Yes.
And producer Courtney, do you consent to
Oh,
this?
yeah.
Okay.
I'm
this
so
is
excited.
Yeah, this is going to be really, really fun. You guys are going to get together on Friday afternoon,
In the morning.
in the morning after
Friday
the show.
morning, cool.
And on Monday, we'll have the results and we'll be able to talk about what happened.
Yes, I'm very excited.
I'm excited to finally get to the bottom of this.
Yeah.
Why does Courtney not cry in her current life? I am so intrigued by this. Courtney, any thoughts, any feelings right now? What are you thinking?
I just can't wait. Like, I want to know too. And so, yeah, I'm just excited.
Okay.
And I'm sure you want to know who you were in past lives. Yeah, everybody, like I say, everybody thinks they were somebody
I
special.
want to be a pirate.
By the way, just before we let you go, Monica, is there a possibility that in a past life you could have been like an animal?
Oh, good
yes.
question.
Or are you always
I
human
have found
form?
One. You know what? I have found one. It is rare, but I have found one. And it's a complicated answer of why somebody would have experienced that.
Right.
Okay.
MonicaDumont.com. If you want to check out more about Monica, MonicaDumont.com. We're excited for Courtney. Friday morning, she will be in your office. 3 hours of really, opening her up and going into her past and trying to figure this whole puzzle out. Monica, thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Okay. We'll talk to you soon.
Enjoy the puzzle that is producer Courtney.
She's like one of those 10,000 piece puzzles. Yeah. Okay, she's going to be a tough one. Kiss Mornings with Sandra and Chris, but Sandra's got the day off. And so it's just myself alongside our fabulous producer Courtney, executive producer to the Sandra and Chris Show. And over the past several weeks, Sandra and I, we want to try and see if we can make you cry.
Yeah.
Because we've never seen you cry. And, we're like family now. Sandra's like a bestie. You're like a bestie. And we've never seen emotion come out of you. So we created our own little challenge. And so over the course of several weeks, we've locked you in a room with the same song. Over and over. Sad
Yeah.
song. The Kiss family suggested some sad movies. Didn't even move you because you believe, well, it's just a movie. It's all made up.
there's a
So
crew
I don't
there.
invest the emotions in a movie. Right?
Can't.
We tried spicy foods. We tried all kinds of stuff. And so there was a suggestion about somebody named Monica Dumont. And Monica Dumont is a past life regression therapist. The idea is that she puts you under hypnotic, she hypnotizes
State, I
you.
guess, yeah.
And then she digs deep into your past life
Yeah. She
or
really
lives.
guides you through it. Yeah.
Yeah, to see if something happened in a past life that affects your current life.
Mm-hmm.
It really is super interesting. MonicaDumont.com, by the way, if you want to check her out. So you had gone to the appointment on Friday, and it was 3 hours.
Yep.
So describe when you walked in. How did she position you? What was the deal?
So I was laying on like a massage table.
Yeah.
And then I had a sleeping mask over my eyes, and she turned off the lights as well. There was like some music behind, like calming music.
Right.
And she would just talk, like kind of bring me through the session. She would kind of like ask me questions about what I would see or feel. Or
What was this thing about a keeper? Because you sent me the audio because she recorded the whole thing. It was like 3 hours long. And I went and I found some different parts. I'm going to play a little bit for you in a moment. But there was often reference to a keeper.
Yeah, a keeper would be like the one that would like have a book of like your past lives basically. And so you would like ask the keeper to like show you what happened. So you'd like open the book that the keeper had.
A book of your life.
Yes.
And past lives.
Yeah.
Right. Do you know if you went back to one past life or many past lives?
I believe it was 2.
2 past lives. Okay, so I'm going to play some audio now. This is one that stuck out to me. This is to set it up. You're in your 50s or something, and you had a job, and you stumbled upon something very spooky. All right, so listen to this.
Around the middle part of your life, when you're around middle age, maybe a little bit after or a little bit before, once again, when something out of the ordinary happened, an important event, and tell me how old are you about and what's happening.
It feels like I'm in my 50s.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like a death.
Whose death? Yours or somebody else's?
Somebody else's.
Mm-hmm. Who's dying? What's happening?
It's like somebody young.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think it's like my kid or anything. Like I feel like I'm just like living alone.
So somebody died.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And you're in your 50s.
Yeah.
Just take your time to look around. Who died?
Like it feels like I'm on a farm or something.
Mm-hmm.
Or like where you like harvest plants or like something.
Mm-hmm.
They were like a worker. I feel like I found them in a field.
Was it like an accident or natural causes?
There's like nothing around them except for they're in the field.
So you're by yourself, you just found them and you're by yourself?
Yeah.
What are you feeling when this happens?
I feel so sad.
Okay, that's good right there. So you, in a past life, were working in a field, harvesting, and you came across a dead body.
That's so spooky.
That is
like
weird.
Crazy.
So the idea is that, what happened in your past life affects you in your current life, that maybe that really ripped the emotions out of you, and maybe that's why you don't cry. A possible theory, anyways. Coming up in about 10 minutes, we're going to play one more clip that totally caught me by surprise. And then we're going to reveal whether or not you cried at this therapy session.
Gotcha.
Okay? It's the big finale day today with the whole storyboard of trying to make you cry. Several weeks ago, Sandra and I, we thought, well, listen, we've never seen you cry. And to be a closer group,
Apparently.
You've seen Sandra cry. I've cried. I cry so easy, right?
Oh,
yeah, I cry.
Seen it multiple times.
I cry opening up a McChicken. It's so beautiful, right? But so we challenge you. Let's see if we can get you to cry. And so we've done a lot of different stunts with movies, with music, with spicy stuff, and it was unsuccessful. And then the idea that maybe you should go to what's called a regression therapist would help. And so Friday, you went and saw Monica Dumont, monicadumont.com if you're interested in anybody. She is a regression therapist, so she hypnotizes you a little bit. You are on a table. You've got a sleep mask on.
Yep.
There's soft music playing.
Yep.
And she's asking you a bunch of questions to dig deep into a past life or multiple past lives to see if that had an effect on your current life as to why you don't cry.
Exactly.
Because that's a big part of it. Maybe something happened in a past life. So we played some clips already, but I want to play one that, and then I'm going to play two clips. One that I thought was kind of shocking. I would never have guessed this was you.
Oh, yeah?
And the other one is the final result. Did you cry or not during this therapy? So this is a clip. Not sure if it's your last past life or past life previous, but you were a naughty girl.
Okay.
You were bad.
Gotcha.
Do you remember this part? You know what I'm about to play. Do you remember it?
I don't really remember. I remember parts of it.
You had to go back. By the way, when you do this, you get all 3 hours of the audio.
Yeah, it's a lot.
That was a lot to comb through, but listen to this.
Like, I feel like money was an issue, and I feel like I must have stole, like, money or something to sell or
Why does she need to forgive you? Like, it's okay to know now. It's done, right?
I was hanging with, like, a bad group of people, and they stole, so I was stealing with them.
And you stole from your parents as well, or from other people only?
Other people. I don't think I stole from my parents, actually.
Okay, but mom needs to forgive you about that.
Yeah, I just see them like just especially my mom being like angry or mad that I wasn't like stopping.
Okay, stop there. So basically, the first clip that we played 10 minutes ago, you were a farmer in one life, and you were harvesting, and you found a dead body.
Yes.
That's pretty traumatic.
Shocking, yeah.
In that clip, it turns out as a kid, you stole from people. You hung out with a group of people that went around stealing. Petty
running with
theft,
the wrong crowd.
Running with the wrong crowd.
Yeah.
So are those indicators as to why you don't cry in this life? Well, did Courtney end up crying during the session? If you don't mind, I'm going to play this clip. It's a short clip. It's only 38 seconds.
Go for it.
Here's the final result.
I want to ask if any of your ancestors, that would mean like a grandma, grandpa, or even parents, even if they are alive or not alive, they would like to come forward and say something to you.
I just see my grandma. I'm crying now.
And what does she have to say? Or is she just hugging you?
Yeah, just, like, I love you. Just said it's okay. I was there, like, whenever she, like, passed.
Okay.
Okay, stop. I can hear it. I can hear it. You were tearing up. You were
Yeah.
crying. So I wish Sandra was here today because the final day, the big wrap up is that, yes, producer Courtney is
I can
capable of
cry.
crying.
Yes.
You can cry. Took therapy,
Took therapy.
but you got there.